Alrighty, get everybody, it's the Doga! It's been a little while since I did another album showcase video, but it's time to do another one. I've got a little bit of sad news first. I've just recently tested positive for COVID-19, which is an absolute shame. I have been vaccinated, so hopefully nothing major will come out of this. But either way, that's not why I'm here. I'm here to talk about AC/DC's 1979 breakthrough album, Highway to Hell. All the copies of the album that I've accumulated over the past decade or so. I'm sure those in Australia are familiar with this particular front cover, as shown here. And of course the iconic picture of the band on the back as well. This is an original Australian 1979 copy of the album. Let's just put the sleeve down. Okay, careful there. And the label itself. Blue label is still being used at this particular point. You'll notice the quality is a little better now because I've since upgraded to a new iPad. Just last week, that's one of the main reasons why I haven't been able to do a great deal of videos, because my previous iPad has been acting up. In the end, the screen got badly cracked when I accidentally dropped it on the floor a while ago. Anyway, here's another copy of the album. This one, I think, is probably from 1981-ish, I think. Forgot I even had this one. This is the black label and yellow border. This one particularly doesn't show up very often online, but I have this one anyway. So, let's just put that there for now. Let's see, the next one in my collection, I believe this is the more familiar 1987 red label. This particular one I have a full set of, and you would have probably already seen this. Excuse me. In my box set video where I showed off the red label. Okay, it does look orange on camera, but of course in person you'll know that it's red. And surprisingly, this particular pressing still existed into 1987 and wasn't recut until CBS pressing, which will be the next one that we show off. Just need to put that down. Okay, now onto the aforementioned pressing, still on the album's label, but of course CBS from 1989. Hang on. Hands are a bit screwy at the moment. There we go. And the label itself is, of course, different again. And side 2 here. Alright. Right, that's my Australian LPs. Now, let's drag out the next couple of ones. I believe this is a UK pressing of the album with the more familiar non-flame sleeve. So, yeah. Paper insert sleeve on the Atlantic label from this particular period. With that little weird white sticker again. Never been able to confirm if that's the indicator promo copy or not, so I'm just going to say that it's not. Either way, the familiar Atlantic green and orange used here. Manufactured in the UK, of course. And a fairly recent pickup, this one, so I've not shown off this particular copy. Excuse me. I think this could be a US pressing, but looking at the back cover, it has a barcode, so I'm thinking this one could possibly be from the late 80s. So I don't think it's an original US pressing. Again, I'm not really overly familiar with the American releases because, of course, I'm from Australia, of course. So any Americans, or even Canadians, including Mark from Mark's Music, Movies and More, can try and confirm whether or not which particular American release this one is, because, as I said, I don't go to Discogs anymore after 2019 for personal reasons, but we'll not talk about that right now. Anyway, the other copy of the album I also own is the 2003 remaster. If I can just carefully pull this out of the middle of the sleeve, because I've got them all tucked away. For easier storage, I stick multiples into one sleeve. That way it's easier to keep them protected. So anyway, here's the 2003 version, of course. I'm sure a lot of new collectors own this. Excuse me. And side 2, of course. I think I bought the majority of these around 2012 or so. That's when I really started getting into buying vinyl. Started collecting in November 2011. Alright, now, time for cassettes. Australian cassette now. Original from 1979. And of course the familiar track listing. And now we pull out the full J card from this particular era. And the cassette itself is your typical Albert Productions black label text cassette. Took me a little while to get that one. I think I got it earlier this year. Or last year. Alright, now we move on to 3 of the same cassette. Or 3 of the same issue of the cassette. This one here is also from my mother's banged up, destroyed collection. She just went crazy and destroyed a number of these years ago. Unfortunately, this particular version is all destroyed and useless. But yes, that was my mother's copy. She didn't destroy all of them, thankfully, but... Okay. Here's the same one again. This one's a much cleaner copy. I think I got this one a couple of years ago now. I think I've shown off the majority of these previously elsewhere on the channel. I think these issues, again, dates 1986, and you've got the clear tape lid with the blue stripes. Okay, I've got another one. This one's identical, again. Slightly faded print. I think I picked this one up fairly recently. About a month ago. You can see black reels and a blue tape leader this time. Okay, and I've also got the European 1994 cassette remaster. This is it here. Okay, let's pull out the full J card to have a look at this one. Hang on. Not very many of these getting around, and we've got the back cover photo on the inside of the J card as well. We'll say this actually sounds pretty good for a remaster. This was a Ted Jensen remaster from 1994. Well, because it's digitally remastered, it's definitely much louder. Maybe a little clearer sounding than the analog ones, but I'm sure there's a lot of you out there that prefer the analog sound. Alright, so those are the 5 cassettes I have. Now, it's time to show off the CDs. Don't have the original Australian one, unfortunately. It seems to be one that has eluded me for a while. I did see one online recently, but it's a little bit beyond my pocket, unfortunately. Anyway, we have the CBS 1989 CD reissue, one of the few to use the Australian front cover. And, of course, the infamous typo on the back. I think I did show this off on my birthday video last year, because it was around the time that I got this. And of course, inside the front cover is again the back cover image from the original. Oh dear, everything's going wrong today. And of course the disc. Someone's tried to write their name or something in the middle there, don't know why. Alright, next one is the 1995 Australian remaster. This was the first time that Australians saw the standard worldwide sleeve without the flames. May have confused a few Aussies down here. As you can see, you've got the digitally remastered sticker that was present on a number of the discs from around that time. EMI for this one. Okay, inside the cover, of course, is all the lyrics to each song. Again, everyone knows the lyrics to all the songs. And again, you've got the back cover image on the back of the front insert. And the CD itself partially replicates the Australian front cover. As you can see, the white parts have been made see-through. Fairly common at the time. Okay, we also have the same CD again, but this time it's from 2002. This is the Festival Mushroom Records reissue, as indicated by the logo down here. I think Peter from the Lizard King channel has the full set of this from the 2002 reissue of the box set, just based on what I've seen from his videos. Hope Peter's doing well down in Sydney with the cold weather, especially this time of year. Being in the Southern Hemisphere, and we're going into winter now, just a couple of days away, actually. Anyway, here's the 2002 disc, as you can see. Excuse me. It's no longer transparent. It's all solid colouring. So it's different again. Excuse me. Oh, dear, this is very difficult to do. Alright, we got... Alright. We've got the 2006 reissue. This is the dual case edition. As you can see, this is pretty banged up. It is in not good condition at all. This is actually the second CD I ever got when I was still a teenager and not looking after my stuff very well. So unfortunately, this is in very poor condition. The booklet inside is a bit messy, and the disc itself, just look at this. This is atrocious. I'm sure everyone is going, what have you done to this CD? What a waste. This'll never sell. You might as well just throw this in the bin. Well, I decided not to. I decided to keep it for sentimental reasons. I don't expect anyone to take this, to be honest. It's going to be with me forever. Anyway, the last copy I have of this album, except for one vinyl that's actually in my spare bedroom, is this Digipack version, which came with the fan box. I still have the box around somewhere, although I think it may have accidentally been thrown out, actually. As you can see, this is in much better condition than before. I don't have the booklet from the inside. I think I stupidly threw it away. Oh, excuse me. Oh, lunch. And there's the back sleeve. As you can see, this isn't the best condition either. But either way, I don't listen to the newer CDs as much as I do. They're normally for playing in the car. Otherwise, it's normally the older CDs that I play in my stereo now. Either way, that is it for today. Thank you very much for watching the video. Be sure to leave a like if you wish to do so. If you're new to the Be a Good Doga YouTube channel, be sure to press the subscribe button. And until next time, this is the Doga saying have a great week, everybody. Stay safe, get vaccinated, and we shall see you again.